Welcome to this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast. We're your hosts. I'm Sean Donahue.
And I'm LaShawn Snow.
The Lynn MA Sportscast is a show which is dedicated to all sports in Lynn. What you can expect to see from us are player and coach interviews, the game of the week, field segments, and as well as the question of the week. This week's show, I think we've got a pretty good show, LaShawn. Today as guests, we've got three lady athletes out of Lynn who just recently hit their 1,000-point milestone, as well as Grandmaster Kim and Mr. Bin from DW's Taekwondo Dojo in Lynn, right on Boston Street, as well as David Brown, head coach of the Boy Spartans basketball team over there at St. Mary's. So I'm happy. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a really good show. In other Lynn sports news, the Lynn YMCA and National Exercise Training Association are co-sponsoring a personal trainer certification on Saturday, March 1st from 8 to 5, and Sunday, March 2nd from 8 to 3. This workshop includes demonstrations and practical applications of one-on-one training. The register call is 800-237-6242 or visit netafit.org.
Gannon Golf Course is under new management since golf pro Mike Foster's retirement. Bids to run the course have been ongoing until recently. Mayor Kennedy signed off on a 5-year contract to bring in Golf Facilities Management Incorporated to run the course. Co-owners Chris Carter and Steve Murphy are very optimistic about the transition. LaShawn?
The 5th annual Hibernian 5K will take place Sunday, March 23rd at 11 a.m. You can register online at racewire.com. It costs $20 to race. The first 800 will receive a race jersey.
The St. Mary's boys basketball team defeated rival Bishop Fenwick this past Monday, February 3rd, with a score of 78-54. Curtis Lockett would have 23 points on the night, Baylor with 13, and Silpho with 16. The Spartans are headed to the tournament. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thanks, Sean. And today we have here Brianna Rudolph and Jennie Mucciarone. So how about, tell me about your season. You're 6-3, right?
Our season's going well so far. Practicing hard, and we're just getting out there and getting after it. What'd you say about our season?
Yeah, I think it's going the way we want it to go. We're undefeated in the league, which is a really big accomplishment.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Tell me your regimen, since we all know that you scored both of you scored 1,000 points this season, and we just like to hear a little bit about like what regiments you do like over the preseason, what it takes to like be such a great athlete that you both are.
Well, I think like for me and Brianna both, we're really committed, and like it doesn't just happen for anyone. Like you have to work hard all off season and during the season, and it just takes like consistency.
Yeah. So like during the off season, we'll go out and she plays for different AAU teams than I do. We'll do AAU for about 3 months, and we'll just, get better at shooting and playing some defense. Staying in shape is the key, because you can't just sit, all off season and think you're gonna pick up a ball in November for tryouts and think you're good. You just have to stay with it and just be committed. How
about some of the games you had this year? That tell me which ones were like the real hard ones and the real ones that you always remember.
I think the Bulverini tournament for us, that was challenging, and we went to Florida as well and played some good teams down there.
Yeah, I would say Christmas tournament, just because that's our first loss, it's English. So that was a wake-up call that we had to work harder, and that we can't just show up and win. So basically that we've learned a lot from that game, and like she said, Florida, it was a good test to see where we're at and where we could be and just different things, and it was good. It was fun.
What would you tell other basketball lovers about how passionate you are and what advice you would give them?
I would tell them to work hard. It doesn't come overnight. Like I said before, you can't just wake up and be good. It takes like a lot of commitment, long hours, hard work, and just stick with it. I mean, if you're not playing as much as you like, just keep pushing through, and always just don't quit. It's like no one likes a quitter. You just always got to try hard. And if fastball is really what you want to do in life, then you got to stick with it.
Yeah, I agree with Brianna. I think if a sport or any sport is something you love doing, then you just have to stay with it and it'll work out.
What about the playoffs? When do the playoffs start? And do you know anything about them yet? Like what teams you're playing or anything like that?
The playoffs will start like the beginning of March or toward the end of February, and it's kind of soon to tell, but who will be playing. But like judging by last year, it'll be good competition.
Yeah, well, we have to work hard. We have to win as many regular season games so we can, play. I don't know, be the #1 seed, I guess, is another one of our goals, I'd say. But after that, we just have to come into practice every day, because once the playoffs come, it's one and done. You lose, you're out, you know what I mean? So everyone's looking to upset the best team, you know what I mean? So we just have to learn from last year and come in and just work hard at practice, stay focused. Focus is like one of our main problems, that we're all just, an hour into practice, we're just kind of like unfocused after, And so I feel that we just need to go out and play hard and just stay motivated. And we're seniors, so this is like our last shot at, a state title, which is our ultimate goal.
Those are really good. So what about, so we know what you do on the court and all the progress you have there, but what do you do offside the court? Like, what do you do like otherwise than basketball?
Well, I think for me, Brianna, and Sherelle, like, we're really close off the court. So we're always with each other. Like, it's not even just basketball, but like we're always there for each other, and we help run camps for younger kids too.
Definitely. And then we have our own Spartan like hoop camp in the summertime. So our coach has us come in and like volunteer and help out the younger kids and just be a role model to the younger ones. And so he has us do that. And then we'll go to Breed and we'll sit there and we'll help out the other kids. And just basketball's all year round. I guess it's fun.
Yeah.
So just basketball 24/7 for all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
pretty fun.
Well, that's very good, and I'm glad y'all really do that. So what about your defense? It's been dominating teams this year. So how about you talk a little bit about the defense?
Our main thing is to play fast and to play aggressive and to get in people's face and make it uncomfortable for them to run sets and things like that.
Yeah, our coaches have really been emphasizing defense this year, and I think the teams we play are really like surprised by the pressure that we put on them, and they're not used to it, which helps.
Most teams just kind of want to come down and set up and just want to run plays, but when we're in their face, it makes it 10 times harder for them. So I guess our coaches just strive defense wins games.
That sounds like a really tough defense then.
Freshman year, like when we did really well and won the championship, it was our defense that won it for us.
Because we can score points, but you got to play. You have to play defense on the other end to win.
Yeah.
I think Jennie would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great talking to all of you. Brianna Rudolph, Jennie Mucciarone, Leshawn Snow.
When I signed Raymond up for this, I didn't know what I was doing. He was a ball of energy. I had nowhere to go with him. He was, frustrated and all that. I walked by Papagino's and Miss Lisa was out there, and she talked me into signing him up. 4 years later, he's done a 360 in his schoolwork. His energy's still up there. Can't get that out of him. But he's a little man now, and it's all thanks to this Taekwondo center and all his instructors. You can see each one of them in him, in his schoolwork, in his sparring, in his Taekwondo, and outside of here. He just emulates all of them.
Welcome back. Here with me now, Grandmaster Kim and Mr. Bin of DW Kim's Taekwondo studio in Lynn, Beverly, and Middleton as well. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Nice. Good morning.
Awesome to have you. Now, I learned about you. Obviously, we drove down Boston Street, and I could see your dojang every single day. But I went down to Ford School. I saw the Taekwondo graduation among the kids. And you mentioned that it was called the Pile-Up Program. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it was awesome. It was phenomenal. And the one thing that stood out is what the parents had to say about what it would do for their kids. Some of these kids in Lynn, they get involved with the wrong groups of people, and then when they get into a program like yours, they learn discipline, and their lifestyles change. They're 100% dedicated to what you're trying to do. Now, Grandmaster Kim, you've been involved in Taekwondo for a long time. You've competed and coached at the national level. Tell us about your organization.
Okay, it is great honor to be here. And thank you for inviting me. Sharing is my knowledge about Taekwondo. Taekwondo originated from Korea 2,000 years ago in order to train both physical and spirit. Translated from Korea, Tae mean is foot, and strike foot. Kwon means hands, strike hand. Do mean is way of life. These days, Taekwondo developing lots of sports side, but most important part of Taekwondo training is understanding how to Taekwondo affect our life. Throughout the training, student learning 5 aims of Taekwondo, which is respect, humility, perseverance, self-control, honesty, as well as integrity, confidence, self-esteem. Like that. Being a traditional martial art requires much more than is physical training. It requires discipline and structures.
It's definitely a mental thing too.
Yes.
You know, you could go in there and be able to bench press 400 pounds, but I mean, if you don't stretch, that's obviously something that factors in. You know, you had mentioned the values that you guys teach, humility. You know, that's something that's important for everybody to go through because it's gonna happen, and it's not about, you know, what you do at that moment. You know, it's you learn more about yourselves in situations like that. When you're humiliated and you're down in the dumps, than when everything's going great and everything's perfect. So we're happy to hear that you guys are teaching these values, and I think there's a significant amount of value to the community that an organization like yours exists in Lynn. Now, you guys started out in 1997. Recently, you've expanded into Middleton. Now, you have adult and children's classes as well.
Yes, we are.
Now, the children's classes, I'm sure, are very popular. They must be broken into age groups.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
3 different groups is, first age group is 3 to 6 years old, and then 6 to 12 years old, and then 13 and up is, so 3 category of class.
Now, the adult classes, I assume they're not as popular, but I understand that there are a lot of adults who practice.
Yes, we are. We have a lot of adult and children, but is Taekwondo teaching is not limited to each age group and then gender, but we can provide all of age and all of gender.
Right, okay, so that's fair. Especially you don't want some 18-year-old kid beating up on a 7-year-old, although it would be fun to see, but at the same time, probably wouldn't do a lot for the younger kid. Now, you guys started in Beverly. Recently, you've expanded to Middleton. You're also on Boston Street in Lynn. I had met you over at Ford School during the Taekwondo graduation. Let's get into the pilot program. What is its cause? How did you guys get started with that?
Okay, so first is, I have been thinking a lot about what happen if I teach in public school. But Ford School is the same idea, so we starting work out together.
The principal over there was also competing as well. The Ford School principal. I'm not sure what her name is.
Dr. Crane.
Dr. Crane.
Yes.
Now, does she practice regularly, or was that just something that you guys got? I saw her break wood. It was pretty amazing.
Yes, she training is not every day, but couple of times training with us. So he exciting, he interesting is breaking board and then workout. And then as his educator is, he interested in is about all of Ford School training too.
Okay. Now, Mr. Bin, how are you involved over there?
I have trained in Korea when I was young, and then actually Grandmaster Kim is my cousin, and then I get another chance to see him here, and then actually in the America, the value of Taekwondo is, I can say, much more than in Korea, because in America we focus on not just physical activities, but at the same time mental discipline for the kids. So like Master Kim said, discipline and then control, self-control, and then focus and concentration. That is not just for the physical education. As my view in Korea, we do focus on physical activities a lot, but here we more focus on educational value. So, wow, this is great. This is totally different Taekwondo that I have learned before. So I want to dedicate more about myself to develop this value of Taekwondo in this country, in this community. So I've been here for several years, and then I'm still learning Taekwondo, and then I push myself to train, and then I do my best to help students to learn what is right thing to do in their life.
Now, how can people get involved?
We have 3 locations in North Shore area. First, our location is Beverly School. We founded on 1997, and 2010 we have Lynn School, which is on Boston Street. We expanded, and recently 2013 we just opened our Middleton School. So you can get the detailed information through our physical Taekwondo center, or you can check out our website, which is www.dwstc.com. Then you can check the detailed information.
Grandmaster Kim, obviously you've been involved with teaching for a long time, and it's a huge part of your life, it's a huge part of your organization, but is there anything else as to why you got involved in this?
Okay, so Taekwondo teaching is not limited for its physical training, but emphasize its moral aspect. Taekwondo training provides its discipline structure. So I believe Taekwondo is prepared for their life, which such as overcome their body and mind limitation. Also, they accomplish many goals that toward to the confidence and self-esteem. I believe Taekwondo practitioner, best follower and best leader and most disciplined person. And finally, I believe disciplined person know how to respect other.
That's a huge, huge value to take away from this. And I can't say how great it is that, although physicality is important, especially among Americans today, a lot of people neglect the mind. They neglect the spirit. They focus a lot on the body. So the fact that you're teaching this to our youths in Lynn it's amazing to me, and I'm very happy to hear that it's going on. Continue doing the great work. I'm happy you guys were able to be here. I wish you the best of luck, and next time you have a match, let me know, or meet, or whatever it's called. I'll be down there rooting for you. Maybe I'll even paint my face up again for old time's sake.
Thank you for inviting us today.
Thanks for being
Okay,
here.
thanks for inviting us.
Why don't we go to the question of the week? Tweet your answers to our Twitter handle, @Lynn Sportscast, for your chance to win a pizza from Tony Lena's on Boston Street. Last week's question was, who was the first coach in Division I NCAA basketball history to earn 900 wins by defeating Texas A&M 68-53? The answer, of course, was Bobby Knight. Patrick Gibb got that one. This week's question, Brazil holds the record for most World Cup titles and games. Who holds the record for most World Cup goals, and what team did he do it with? Again, first to reply with the correct answer will receive a prize from Tony Lena's on Boston Street. Tweet your answers to our Twitter handle, @Lynn Sportscast.
I'm LaShawn Snow, and today I'm here with Catherine Stinson. Catherine Stinson, you're 16-0,
Yeah.
third in the state,
Yeah.
qualified for the state championship. Tell me, what type of effort goes into such a great goal that y'all have accomplished?
I would have to say hard work and dedication is key, mostly, to being undefeated and being number 3 ranked in Massachusetts. It's all about hard work, because without hard work, we wouldn't be undefeated, and we can't take any team lightly. We always have to stay focused every time, every game. We can't underestimate any team, because any team can try to beat us, because that's what every team wants to do. They want to beat us because we're undefeated.
That's really true, and y'all really kept that going.
Yeah.
Y'all, and the game where you scored 1,000 points in Medford, Tell me, what's it take to be in what's it mean to you to be in the 1,000 Points Club?
I think I made history in Lynn because I'm like the 4th girl at Lynn English to score 1,000 points. I think it's just like really cool that I'm gonna come back there in like 5 years and like look at my name on the banner and just think about all the hard work I did and my team that helped me out.
That's a very good, remarkable thing you did too.
Thank you.
What influences you to be such a great athlete?
What influences me is that there's other people out there, like other girls, that are trying to get better, and there's other girls that are better than me. So that's what influences me to be a better player.
Wow, that's really true. That's true. Well, we know you're going to the playoffs and everything. So other than winning the championship, what goals do you have for the rest of the season?
To be the Northeastern Conference champions in the Northeastern Conference, and we want to get a ring on our finger.
I can see that. What's your most memorable game?
I think it will be against St. Mary's in the Bovierini tournament, because I think we made a statement out in Massachusetts that we can keep up with these better teams, and we can have a chance to beat a team, and they can't underestimate us because we'll come back and we'll beat them. We're a hard-working team, and they can't take that for granted.
That's true. So tell me, which one's better, the offense or the defense?
I think it's the defense, because defense is what creates our offense.
So basically, tell me about how practice is for the defense then.
Usually we always go four players in the foul line, and then we get our feet going, and then after coach blows the whistle, and then we shuffle out, and then we play ball, 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 and then we go back in, jump, go up and down with our feet, and then we go out to them, close out, and we go like ball, 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 and then we work on our defense, because then after that they start running plays to get us better on our man-to-man.
Wow, so blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Dang, one day I should try that. What about after high school? What are you gonna do for future goals?
When I decide what college I'm gonna go to, I think I'm gonna try to do the same thing that I did in high school. Try to score 1,000 points and try to get 1,000 assists.
Do you know what college you're going to yet?
No, not yet. I'm still looking.
So that means everybody they're gonna be looking for you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what about? We know what you do on the court. We know what you do. We know what you're gonna do off the court, or well, in a different court anyway. Tell me what you do off the court.
What I do off the court is I just focus on my schoolwork, because if I don't focus on my schoolwork and I don't get good grades, then I won't be able to play, and I'll probably let my team down. And also after school's over, on the weekends, I usually just shoot around and stuff like that to get more better.
So we know you're a senior and everything, and so what would you tell the youth about how to become better at basketball and about their dream about playing someday?
I think that if they have their mindset on basketball and they want to go far in life, they should just stick to their dream and just work hard every day and get better every day, because at the end of the day, it's gonna work. It's gonna pay off.
Catherine Stinson, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, LaShawn.
And now to the Coach's Corner with Sean.
Here with me now, David Brown, head coach of the St. Mary's Spartans boys basketball team. Coach Brown, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you're a new coach over at St. Mary's. You came in from Winthrop. You knew ahead of time that there was a lot of success with the boys basketball team over at St. Mary's. What were some of the things that you had done to prepare yourself?
Well, coming into this program, I knew has been a very successful program for the last 5 to 10 years. Coach Kevin Moran did a great job with the kids, so I knew that they know how to win. They had great tradition over there. I try to run the program the same way I ran it over in Winthrop, where we try to work hard every day in practice, try to improve, try to become better offensively as well as defensively. our motto is, no team's going to outwork us. So that, the kids are really understanding that as long as we put the effort in, we'll win basketball games.
That's one of the best mottos that you could have, especially in sports. You got to outwork the other guy. It seems like nowadays a lot of people look at themselves as though they're a victim. They feel bad. But in athletics, you always have that sense of there is another guy better than me, but what am I going to do about it?
Right.
So I'm happy to hear that that's one of the motivations that you guys are using over there. Now, you're a St. Mary's grad, graduated in '89. This must be a special transition for you.
Yes, it was definitely a special opportunity when Coach Moran stepped down, and I had an opportunity to come back home and coach here in the city of Lynn, where I was born and raised, as well as a chance to come back to my alma mater. I took pride in going to St. Mary's. I always supported them even after I left as a student. And hopefully I can coach my children there at some point in time. But it's just great coming back home in the city of Lynn, coaching in front of family and friends, trying to help kids in the city where I grew up in.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a classical grad, and a lot of people mistaken me for a St. Mary's grad because I'm always wearing St. Mary's gear. But from coaching there at St. Mary's, it's easy to notice that there's a tight-knit community. It's a family atmosphere. The kids take a great sense of pride in everything from their athletics to schooling. Would you agree? I
definitely agree. You can tell, it being such a small school, for the most part, all the kids know each other and they get along. I think, we're always considered the outside school in the city of Lynn. We're not the public school. So, the group that goes to school over there, we stick together. They always stick together. And we know we have to compete against these bigger schools as Lynn Classical, Lynn English. So I think, the kids that go to St. Mary's take pride in going there.
Absolutely. I mean, especially with the whole Spartan 300 theme that's been going around this past decade, it's easy for them to take a pride in that as well. You see these big schools like English and Classical, even Tech, and St. Mary's looks at it as though, hey, we're the little guy, but we're still going to give you a hard fight. So what are you going to do about it? And it's obvious to see that in the game time, obvious to see that as well anywhere else. Spartans take a great amount of pride in what they do. Now, February 19th and the 20th, you guys have the Spartan Classic. St. Mary's is currently in the tournament. What does this tournament mean to you guys?
Well, the tournament at the end of the season, the Spartan Classic, is this an opportunity to get us ready for a tournament atmosphere where if you win, you move on. If you lose, you play a consolation game. So Shawsheen Tech is playing Mystic Valley at 5 o'clock, and we're playing Arlington Catholic at 7 o'clock. And the winners will play the following evening for the championship.
And that game starts at what time?
5 and 7 the following night as well.
5 and 7 the following night. So February 19th and February 20th, Spartan Classic down at St. Mary's. First game starts at 5, second game starts at 7. Make sure you're there to catch some great basketball. Coach Brown, I wish you the most, all the best, definitely, and much success in the tournament with St. Mary's Spartans. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
That's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week for all the up-to-date news and info in Lynn sports. If you have a sports story or if you just have some feedback, you can visit us at www.LynnCAMTV.com/shows/Lynn MA Sportscast, or you can tweet us at Lynn Sportscast. From the studio here at LynnCAM TV, we're your hosts. I'm Sean Donahue.
And I'm LaShawn Snow.
Wishing you all the best.